Hello, my name is Ashish Udgave. I am working as assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Sharad Institute of Technology College of Engineering, Yatra, Itselganji. I am welcome to all in the lecture of kinetics. In last video, we have covered the concept of collision of elastic bodies and the problems on collision of elastic bodies. Today, in video number 16, we are going to cover kinetics of circular motion and problems on kinetics of circular motion. This is the second last video of our syllabus. Kinetics of circular motion. Let us imagine the rotation of the body. Let m be the mass of the body, r be the radius of the body, p be the tangential force causing the angular motion. First, that is Roman first be the initial state of the body and Roman second be the final state of the body. Let omega 1 be the angular velocity in radian per second at stage first and omega 2 be the angular velocity in radian per second at stage second. Now we will cover some basic definitions. Number 1, torque. In rectilinear motion, force P was causing the motion. In case of rotational motion, the torque or rotational effect shall be agency causing the rotational motion. The torque will be the moment of force P around the axis of rotation. Therefore, torque it is product of tangential force and the radius. That is nothing but torque is T is equal to P into R. The SI unit of torque is Newton meter. Number second, center of mass. It is the point where entire mass of the body may be supposed to be concentrated. Moment of inertia. In case of rectilinear motion, the applied force P was overcoming the inertia of mass m and then was able to impart linear acceleration a. In case of rotational motion, the applied torque T shall overcome the rotational inertia I and then shall be able to impart the angular acceleration alpha. The inertia I is named as mass moment of inertia or simply moment of inertia. The SI unit of inertia is kg meter per square. Consider first figure in which mass placed from innermost radius to outermost radius, and in figure second mass placed at the periphery on imaginary circle with the radius of gyration small k. We know that torque has a rotational effect, I has a physical property and alpha has an angular acceleration are tied together by a simple cause and effect relation. Therefore, torque T is equal to moment of inertia multiplied by angular acceleration. Therefore, T is equal to I into alpha. Unit of torque is Newton meter. Unit of inertia is kg into meter square and unit of angular acceleration is radian per second square. This expression is called as, that is T is equal to I into alpha, is called as Euler's equation for rotational motion and is very much similar to the expression for linear motion, F is equal to ma, based on Newton's second law. Now, kinetic energy of rotation. Higher inertia results in larger storage of kinetic energy. It was stated that the inertia is basically a reluctance to the change in state, that is resistance to the change in state. Rotating bodies having higher inertia carries larger reluctance to change in their state from dynamics to statics. For example, flywheel. Higher quantum of rotational inertia is a desirable property. This is due to a reason that higher inertia results into a larger storage of kinetic energy. It was stated that the inertia is basically a reluctance to change the state. The statement can be extended to the dynamic objects also. Rotating bodies having higher inertia carries larger reluctance to the change their state from dynamic to static. For example, flywheel. Such objects are wished to keep revolving, hence they are required to have larger moment of inertia. This is done by increasing the value of k by placing the mass at the periphery rather than at the core. Therefore, it is generally can seem that revolving objects having identical mass may carry different moment of inertia, which shall be due to different styles of placement of mass of the object around the axis of rotation. Following are some expressions for the MI, that is moment of inertia for some typical objects. In first figure, this is the figure of solid disk of mass m, uniform thickness and outer radius r. For this moment of formula for this figure, formula for moment of inertia I is equal to m into r square divided by 2, and radius of gyration k is equal to r divided by under root 2. In second figure, this is the figure of hollow disk, ring or part of pipe with almost all mass small m available at the periphery of circle with radius r. Formula for moment of inertia for these types of objects are is moment of inertia I is equal to mr square and radius of gyration k is equal to r. And for figure third, it is a figure of sphere with mass m and outer radius r. The formula for moment of inertia for this type of objects is moment of inertia I is equal to mr square divided by 2.5, and formula for radius of gyration k is equal to r divided by under root 2.5. For linear motion, we have formula kinetic energy is equal to 1 half mv square. For rotational motion, formula for kinetic energy is equal to 1 half I into omega square. We know that I is equal to mk square. Therefore, formula for kinetic energy becomes 1 half mk square into omega square. SI unit of kinetic energy is Newton meter. We have formulas torque T is equal to P into R. Also, torque T is equal to I into omega. We know that moment of inertia I is equal to m into k square. We know that kinetic energy formula for kinetic energy 1 half I into omega square is equal to 1 half m k square into omega square. Conversion of motion parameters. In case of linear parameter, displacement is denoted by s. In case of rotational parameter, displacement s is equal to r into theta, velocity v is equal to r into omega, and acceleration a is equal to r into alpha. This table shows a relation between rectilinear motion and rotational motion. In case of rectilinear motion, displacement is denoted by linear displacement is denoted by s, and in case of rotational motion, angular displacement is denoted by theta. SI unit of displacement, SI unit of linear displacement is meter, and SI unit of angular displacement is radian. Now, second parameter, velocity. In case of rectilinear motion, linear velocity is denoted by either u or v, and SI unit of this linear velocity is meter per second. Initial velocity is denoted by u, and final velocity is denoted by v. In case of angular motion or rotational motion, initial angular velocity is denoted by omega 1 and final angular velocity is denoted by omega 2. SI unit of angular velocity is radian per second. Third parameter, acceleration or retardation. In case of rectilinear motion, acceleration is denoted by a, and SI unit of acceleration is meter per second. In case of rotational motion, angular acceleration is denoted by alpha, and SI unit of alpha is radian per second square. We have three motion equations for rectilinear motion and also for rotational motion. We have first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus minus at. In case of rotational motion, that equation becomes omega 2 is equal to omega 1 plus minus alpha into t. We have equation of motion, second equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. In case of rotational motion, that equation becomes theta is equal to omega 1 t plus 1 half alpha into t square. In case of we have third equation of motion, v square minus u square is equal to twice s. In case of rotational motion, that equation becomes omega 2 square minus omega 1 square is equal to twice alpha into theta. According to Newton's second law of motion, in case of linear motion, we have F is equal to ma, where F is nothing but force in Newton, m is nothing but mass in kg, and a stands for linear acceleration. In case of rotational motion, that equation becomes T is equal to I into alpha, where T stands for torque in Newton meter, I stands for moment of inertia in kilogram meter square, and alpha stands for angular acceleration. Next parameter, kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of linear motion Ke is equal to 1 half mv square. SI unit of kinetic energy is Newton meter, where m is nothing but mass in kg and v is nothing but velocity in meter per second. In case of rotational motion, kinetic energy of angular motion Ke is equal to 1 half I omega square. SI unit of kinetic energy in angular motion is Newton meter, where I stands for moment of inertia and omega stands for angular velocity. Next parameter, work done or energy spent. In case of linear motion, work done during linear motion is equal to P into S, where P is the force and S is the displacement. In case of rotational motion, work done during angular motion is equal to T into theta, where T is the torque and theta is the angular displacement. First problem, a flywheel weighing 50 kN and having radius of gyration 1 meter loses its speed from 400 rpm to 280 rpm in 2 minutes. Calculate number 1, the retarding torque acting on it. Number 2, change in its kinetic energy during the above period, and number 3, change in angular momentum during the same period. In this problem, given entities are weight of flywheel is 50 kN, initial angular velocity is 400 meter, that is omega naught is equal to 400 rpm. In terms of radian per second, it becomes 41.88 radian per second. And final angular velocity is 280 rpm, that is omega is equal to 280 rpm. In terms of radian per second, it becomes 29.322 radian per second. We have t is equal to 2 minutes is equal to 120 seconds. We know that omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. By putting all the above values in this equation, we get alpha is equal to minus 0.1047 radian per second square. That is, retardation is 0.1047 radian per second square. We have weight of flywheel is 50 kilonewton. In terms of Newton, it becomes 50,000 Newton. And radius of gyration k is equal to 1 meter. We have I is equal to mk square. By putting all these values in this equation, we get I is equal to 5096.84. Now, number 1, a retarding torque acting on it. We have torque is equal to, we have formula torque is equal to I into alpha. We have for a value of I is equal to 5096.84 and alpha is 0.1047. Therefore, we get retarding torque acting on flywheel is equal to 533.74 Newton meter. Now, change in kinetic energy is equal to initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy. We have formula for kinetic energy in terms of angular motion is equal to 1 half I omega square. Formula for initial kinetic energy becomes 1 half I into omega naught square, and formula for final kinetic energy becomes 1 half I into omega square. By putting all these given values or all these above values in this equation, we get change in kinetic energy is equal to 2280442.9 Newton meter. And number 3, change in angular momentum is equal to I omega naught minus I into alpha, that is final momentum minus initial momentum. Therefore, by putting all these above values in this equation, we get change in angular momentum is equal to 64048.93 Newton second. Therefore, answer of this problem, retarding torque acting on flywheel is equal to 533.74 Newton meter. Change in kinetic energy is equal to 2280442.9 Newton meter, and change in angular momentum is equal to 64,048.93 Newton second. Next problem, a pulley of weight 400 Newton has a radius of 0.6 meter. A block of 600 Newton is suspended by a tight rope wound around the pulley, the other end being attached to the pulley as shown in figure. Determine the resultant acceleration of the weight and the tension in the rope. In this problem, weight 600 Newton will move in downward direction. Due to this, pulley rotate in a clockwise direction with an acceleration of alpha. Let T be the tension in the string. Let A be the resulting acceleration and T be the tension in the rope. Hence, angular acceleration of pulley alpha is equal to A upon R. Therefore, alpha is equal to 1.667 into A meter per second. We will call this as equation number 1. An inertia force of 600 divided by G into A may be considered, and dynamic equilibrium condition can be written for the block as T is equal to 600 minus 600 divided by 9.81 into A. We will call this as equation number 2. From kinetic equation for pulley, we get M into T is equal to I into alpha, that is T into 0.6 is equal to I into 1.667 into A. We will call this as the equation number 3. But we know that I is equal to mr square divided by 2. Therefore, I is equal to 400 divided by 9.81 into 0.6 square divided by 2. From equation 3, we get T is equal to 200 divided by 9.81 into A. Substituting it in equation 2, we get acceleration A is equal to 7.358 meter per second. Therefore, we get T is equal to 150 Newton. Therefore, answer of this problem, acceleration A is equal to 7.358 meter per second square, and tension in the rope T is equal to 150 Newton. Please note that this video is prepared for academic use only. To understand the concept of kinetics of a circular motion and to solve the problems on kinetics of circular motion for UG students only. Thank you. Thanks a lot. For any query, please feel free to contact me on mail or on mobile. Thank you.